Hello, Leanne Schweitzer from Our Family Rides, and I help free thinkers launch a profitable and successful online business. And I wanted to have a conversation with you today about if miracles actually do exist, right? And I just want to take you back on a journey, right? Over the last, about 2 years or so ago, when I made for the first time, I made a real investment in myself, right? And so I invested in a personal development course. It was called Manifestation Babe Academy. It was me getting my MBA in manifesting, right? And so this really opened up my whole entire world when I first learned about, I had heard, about the law of attraction, and I'd watched The Secret, and I even read The Secret, right? And probably multiple times. And it was something that always had me a little bit curious. Like, is this actually legit? Is this actually real? Like, do we actually like co-create our own universe? Like, do thoughts actually create things? Like, all of these spiritual, quote unquote, like woo-woo things, right? That we've been maybe introduced to, maybe like barely gotten our toes wet in it. It's like, it's kind of a little bit foreign, but we're kind of a little bit curious, right? And so I made an investment in myself, which was really freaking scary. It is really scary to make an investment when you're not actually like purchasing, an actual like physical thing, right? You're actually just like investing in your mindset. And I cannot tell you, the best investment that you can ever make is in your mindset, right? Because everything, I'm telling you, your entire world is going to shift. Like, you are not going to learn these sorts of things, right, on TVs or in the news or different things like that, right? A lot of the study, it's a self-study, and it comes from reading books, taking courses, right? Investing in masterminds, really just surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who are also on a path, also on a journey to enlightenment, if you call it, right? Enlightenment is, right? Maybe it's a term that's like foreign to you and you're like, WTF, like, what are you even talking about? And feel free to unfollow, unfriend. I support you 1000% in whatever your decision is, as I step into this next level version of myself, because I really truly believe, right, that I have like transformed into another version of myself, my highest self. And it has been a massive journey. And it all began when I first invested in that very first course. And I went through the course, and one of the things that I said is that manifestation would be real if I got a promotion in my business. And I did. In my previous business that I was doing, that my old network marketing business, Juice Plus in the Tower Garden, I manifested a promotion and into a leadership, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is incredible, this is so real. And then as I like kind of look back on my journey of all of the things that I'd actually manifested in my life, I just didn't realize that I was manifesting yet. But I had literally been manifesting for the majority of my life. I didn't realize what I was doing, right? I didn't realize the power of my mind and the power of visualization and just allowing yourself to feel into those future versions of yourself, right? That's the biggest thing that I learned from this course, is that in order to step into the next level version of yourself, in order to step into your highest self, right, you've got to embody that version of yourself first, right? You've got to step into that first, and then the transformation happens. And let me tell you, there is a gap. There is a solid gap in between where you're literally, it feels like you're in like two different timelines. And when I say timelines, right, because there really actually are, like, there are multiple timelines going on all at the same time, right? The future, the past, the now, everything is happening all in this moment, right? And so it's all about just what you are focusing on, right? And so we really have the ability to co-create with the universe the things that we really truly desire in life. And so when I went through this course and I went on this journey of personal development and personal growth, it wasn't something that I had ever learned about in school. Actually, one of the things that I really questioned is like, why aren't they teaching this stuff in school? Why aren't they teaching the law of attraction and the magic? If you've not read The Magic, this book, hands down, is one of the books that changed my life. The Magic and The Miracle Morning. When I read those books, my life was forever changed. So put it in your notes, read those two books, because, oh my gosh, they absolutely changed my life, right? And so then I continued on the journey. I completed the course and then we got lifetime access to it. So I made the decision to take the course again. And what I did the second time around though is when I got to the workbooks, right? Because it's all about doing the work, right? You can take these courses, but if you're not doing the work, if you're not answering the questions, journaling, right, then you're not going to get your return on investment, right? Because it comes in doing the work, it comes in, feeling the feelings, it comes in, right, just healing in general, right? And so I came and I did the course again, and what I did is I went back and I looked at the answers after I did the second time. I went back and I looked at the answers week to week each time and kind of just comparing them. And when I got to the inner child and the shadow work course module again, I went back and I looked and I saw, right, one of the questions was, who do I admire? And I reread it, and it was somebody who is now my mentor, right? She's actually now my mentor. I took that and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a sign from the universe. I went on her social media page and she posted that she was hosting a masterclass, and like, comment below if you wanted to join. And so I commented that I wanted to join. I was like, I don't know, I'm just following these nudges from the universe, right? And so I didn't really know what she did, right? She posts, a lot about like lifestyle and, the like just, business and whatnot. And I didn't really exactly know what the business was. And so anyway, I posted to get on this masterclass. And when I got on there, I realized that this was actually what I had set my intention for that week. We've been praying and asking for an answer, right? But Roger went to go see a naturopathic doctor and got a bunch of tests. And the GI test said that his body was only absorbing nutrients from 20% of the food that he was eating. And then we learned, that the water, this water, right, it helps your body absorb more nutrients from food. And so in that moment, it was like, oh my gosh, is this what we've been asking for, right? And so I had no intention of starting a business. I was like, I've got a successful business, I'm content, and I had no interest in it, right? And so then my now mentor encouraged me to go through the discovery process, which is the next step. She said, just go through the discovery process. This is the process that changed my life. It's actually like a self-discovery process where it asks you questions that get really, really deep and just on your vision and whatnot. And so when I went through that process, right, I saw the compensation plan, I saw the numbers, and I really actually saw them. Like, I saw them, and I compared it to what I was doing, in my other business, and I realized how underpaid and overworked I actually was in this business. And so it took me seeing these numbers, right? And I always say that you can't unsee these numbers once you see them, right? And the generational wealth. And so this is where do miracles actually exist, right? Because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what generational wealth or legacy wealth, like these were all like foreign terms to me, until I started reading more books, right? Robert Kiyosaki, he changed my life, right? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's got so many other books. The book that I'm currently reading is called, why the rich are richer, or why the rich are getting richer, or something like that. And it's insane, right? This knowledge that I'm gaining from this, it's literally like everything that I've ever learned. That's my big message, is everything that I've ever learned, it feels like the opposite is actually the truth when I look at both sides of it, right? So that's why I encourage you, anything and everything, question everything, look at both sides, right? Because it's all about looking at both sides, getting a different perspective, right? And so, do miracles actually exist? And before I saw these numbers, I don't think I believed that miracles actually existed. And then when I saw these numbers, it was like, what? Is this too good to be true? Is this, all of the limiting beliefs started flooding in, right? And so I had a lot of work to do, right? And so a lot of work to do. Is this actually real? Is this legit? I didn't know what to think, and I just dove in head first. Like, I have no idea, but I am just going for it. And so the last 15 months specifically have been a massive, massive healing journey for me, as far as personal growth and development and healing my inner child, and just doing all the work, the shadow work, right? The shadow work is the equivalent, right? You think about, growing up, right? We've been told, to like fit in these boxes, to like, not stand out, to just like, be quiet and sit down and, fit in, right? And so really, like, the shadow self is all of those things, right? right? Somebody told you not to do it, and so you put it in the closet. And then, somebody told you like, oh, don't do that, right? Or don't speak your truth, and then you put it in the closet, right? And so you keep putting all these things in the closet, and then eventually, I don't know if your closet was like mine, but like when I got into this program, like this personal development program, like my fucking closet was like, it was about to burst open, right? It was insane. It was just like barely holding on, right? And so when I finally did open up that closet and dig deeper, it was like, the person that I really truly admired, it was her as me as a child, right? The version of me before, people told me who I was supposed to be or how I was supposed to fit in, right? Or just like allowing myself to fit in, right? And so when I saw this version of her, I was like, oh my gosh, that is me, right? That is what I admire, this truly authentic, courageous, amazing, and incredible human being that's just doesn't care what anybody else thinks, right? I say that I'm a recovering people pleaser. I spent the majority of my life recovering from just saying yes to anything and everything, making everybody else happy, and really not putting myself first. And so one of the mantras that it's become like a staple in my daily affirmations, right, is oh my gosh, I forgot what it is. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. If she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it, right? Because really recognizing that all it takes is one person coming into your field of vision, showing you that it is possible, showing you what is possible. Because if they can do it, you can do it. It only takes one person, right? Confirmation bias is really just recognizing, these beliefs and then knowing that we can change them, right? We've taken at one point in our life, right? We've taken this thing of like, oh, that's what somebody told me, so that's the truth. And so we've confirmed that, right? Confirmation bias, this is our truth. And at any point in our lives, we can reassess, check it out, reanalyze. Is this actually my belief, or is this somebody else's belief that got passed on to me? And maybe I don't actually want to believe that anymore. And right, so this is where this idea of like ending generational curses, right? Generational curses. And I say it's a curse, right? Because a lot of these curses are money curses that have been handed down from generation to generation, right? Nothing wrong with our parents or teachers or elders or all of these people that they were passed on by, right? They were just passed on from generation to generation until you make the conscious decision to say, analyze that. Is that actually my thought? And I don't actually think I want to keep believing that, right? And so then you come up with a new belief, right? Maybe it's an affirmation, right? And it's not just going to be you just going out there and saying these affirmations and shit's going to change. No, you got to do the work. You got to do the real healing work. You got to journal deeply. You got to feel it in order to heal it, right? And it is, oh my gosh, it is a crazy, massive healing journey. Most specifically over the last couple of weeks, right? It's been it's been a crazy journey of just, just feeling all of the things and really recognizing, right? Looking back on all of the things that have brought me to this moment right here, right now, right? This day, this month, this year, right? Into this moment right here, right now, all of the things, when I look back on it, right? In the moment, it was like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Oh, why is this happening to me? Right? And so, in the moment, it feels like everything is happening to you, dagger after dagger after dagger. Like, why? Right? And so what we really need to understand and recognize is that life is happening for us and not to us. And it might not feel like it in the moment. It might not feel like it in the moment, right? And you've got to get through those challenges and those struggles, right? And get on to the other side, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So as you get onto the other side and you look back like, oh, dang, I didn't die. And oh, dang, look at how strong I actually am because I survived the thing, right? And so just really recognizing that the things, the challenges, the hard times in our lives, like the hardest things in our lives, those are actually our power. Once we get through, right, reframing it, how can I turn my pain into my power? How can I turn my mess into my message, right? And so really just recognizing, right, that you cannot change the past. You cannot change the past. You cannot change the past. And what you can do is you can change the meaning of the past. You can reframe that past experience. And what is the lesson? What is the opportunity, right? Every single thing in your life is either a lesson or an opportunity if you're able to flip your perspective, right? Change your perspective, right? Question it all. Look at everything from both sides and then come up with an, an opinion based on your current circumstances right here in this moment, right? And so, do miracles actually exist? Yes, I am certain that miracles actually exist because I experienced it in my life. And now I feel like I am an angel, that I have this beautiful, beautiful gift that I get to share with people, right? And with this gift that I get to share with people, I have the ability, the opportunity to completely change your life, to show you that we are co-creators with the universe, with something that is so much bigger than ourselves. And every single person, you included, you were put on this planet for a purpose way bigger than you. You were not put on this planet to pay bills and tie. You were put on this planet for a purpose. And I am certain of that. And I am certain that miracles exist. And I am rooting for you. I am cheering you on. If you ever are going through a challenging time, right, it can feel just really, I don't know if easy is the right word, but it can feel like you just want to like go inward and not talk to anybody and just, just get into that those difficult and those challenging times, right? And so just remembering that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to reach out and have a conversation and just share that you're experiencing self-doubt, you're experiencing challenges, you're experiencing struggles, whatever it is that you're experiencing. It is okay to reach out and have those conversations with people, myself included. I am an open door. If you need somebody to talk to, if you are going through those difficult times, I know I've been there. I've been through those challenging times and I've come out on the other side. I've always come out on the other side. And so just know that there is always somebody there to talk to, and that miracles really, truly do exist. I am rooting for you. I am cheering you on, and I send you so much love on your journey. Enjoy your journey, right? This is your journey. This is your experience. And it gets to be good. It gets to be good. It gets to be challenging and difficult and all of those things, right? We are spiritual beings living this human experience. And so just enjoy your journey. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering you on. And I love